What's up guys, my name is Ace and welcome to part 2 of my answers to the questions that you guys asked me in the Q&A video. Hopefully I can get through all of them in this video, but if I get more than 10 questions in the comments of this video, then I'll definitely make another one because you guys really seem to enjoy this and I definitely don't mind talking about myself for like 10 to 15 minutes. Before we get into this though, I just want to let you guys know that I now have a Twitter, but I'm actually a complete noob at Twitter. Like I literally have no clue how it even works yet. But I want to use it to be able to play with you guys, and as you may know, I usually play solo, but every once in a while I like to jump into a party and just have fun destroying the enemy team, and I think it would be really cool to play with some of you guys. So when I get the urge to do this, I'll just send out a tweet, and you guys can send a message to me for an invite on Xbox, and we can play. Okay, so now that we have that covered, let's try to get through all of these questions. Okay, so the first question is, what is a grenade launcher's blast radius and range, and is it any good? I honestly have never used the grenade launcher in Black Ops 2, it just doesn't suit my playstyle. But I will be doing an in-depth breakdown of Flak Jacket, and in that video you will see the range of a grenade launcher. And you'll also see the effects that Flak Jacket has on all of the different explosives. Alright, so the next question from, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. This is a question from T-Mart. Why am I so jealous of the exclusive Ace? I'm actually really flattered when I see these kinds of questions, being compared to somebody like T-Mart, because I've been watching him for years, or a couple years anyways, I think. And I really did like his videos back in the day. I really enjoyed his content. I know his priorities have started to shift lately, it seems like, and he's not really doing much content, and the content he is doing seems like he's just throwing out there really quick. But once again, I have nothing against him. I just think he's kind of run his course in the YouTube community, I don't know. But thank you, I do appreciate these types of comments. They really do mean a lot to me. Alright, so the next question from Karate Kid 1515. What is your tryhard class setup if you have one? And where are you from, or where do you live? For the tryhard class setup, I'm not going to go over everything right away. I do have a class setup video and I'll link it in the description, but I want to get through all these questions really fast, so I'm not going to go through all of that. As for where I'm actually from a city called Edmonton, or I live way outside the city, but near the city of Edmonton in Alberta, Canada. And if you don't know where that is, it's sort of on the western side of Canada in the prairies. Alright, so moving on, we have a question from the Fwifwin Nugget. That's a really weird name. Pretty cool though, I guess. What do you feel is the best SMG attachments, and what are the negative effects of the suppressor? So for my playstyle, I like to use the silencer and stock on most of my SMG setups, but I also like to use, like for MSMC, I like to use either fast mags or extended mags because it only has 30 rounds, and if you run into like 3 or 4 guys, you're kind of in trouble unless you have fast mags or extended mags. So that's pretty much it. I guess every once in a while I use laser sight as well because that can be very helpful. And as for the negative effects of the suppressor, all it really does is it reduces the effective range of your gun. So it doesn't actually reduce your damage on your gun, it just reduces the distance that it'll drop off from its highest maximum damage to its lowest damage. Alright, and the next question is, where is your accent from? And it's from Western Canada. It's a little bit different than Eastern Canadian accent. It's not the typical Canadian accent I don't think that you would see in like movies or whatever where most people are trying to portray a Canadian accent. But yeah, it's Western Canadian. Alright, so moving on to the next question. I noticed that you have a nuclear badge, so how to get a nuclear episode would be great, or just a response in your Q&A video would be cool. I've gotten 5 relentless medals, 15 kills, but I can't quite make it to 20, 25, or 30. Okay, so I kind of went through this in the last Q&A video as well for nuclears, or for getting high kill streaks. Basically, you just want to work gunfight to gunfight, focus on your next gunfight and that's it. Try and stay in a safe position, try not to run into multiple enemies at once, at least not head on. If you can flank them, that's great. Stick near the edges of the map. Play a game mode that allows you that time. Don't play like team deathmatch or anything. You want something that gives you time to be able to build that up. It helps if you have 1 or 2 people playing with you, so you don't have to worry about the objective quite as much. And basically connection is also a huge factor in this. If you don't have a good connection, then you're going to get some BS death and it's going to screw you over. Also, like I said before, try not to try too hard to get the nuclear. Just play the game, and if you start to get on a streak, try not to get into your own head. Just continue doing what you're doing. Take it 1 kill at a time. And I may actually do a how to get a nuclear episode in the future because there are a lot of other really in-depth tips that I could give you guys. but it would take way too long to answer in a Q&A video. Alright, and a couple more questions from Mike. What is the best, easiest way to get a Mega Killer, Ultra Killer, and or Chain Killer medal? And the best, easiest way to get the Feed Greed calling card would be awesome. So the highest out of those medals that I've even gotten so far is the Mega Killer, I think. But if you want to get those higher ones, I recommend playing Ground War with a few people that can consistently put up VSATs. And basically just rush spawns with an SMG. I would recommend an SMG like a PDW, something with a high ammo capacity. And also C4 is great for this because those count towards your little kill chain or whatever it is. And so C4 and Scavenger can be great because sometimes you can get like a quad kill with a C4 and then rush in and try and get a triple or a quad with your gun. And that would probably be your best bet. But a lot of it comes down to luck and just playing a lot of Ground War. And for the Feed Greed, just play a lot of Headquarters and a lot of Hardpoint and try and flank the enemies as much as possible and just hope for the best because a lot of it just comes down to luck. Alright, and the next question comes from Bad For You. What other games do you play? I don't play a whole lot besides Black Ops 2. I play a little bit of Minecraft every once in a while just as something to do. It's really relaxing basically. It's a big change of pace from something like Call of Duty. And it just allows you to be creative and relax. And I'm actually thinking about maybe doing some sort of a episode or something for Minecraft, but I don't really know if I'm going to do that or not. But other than that, no, I don't really play anything else because I just don't have the time or the interest, I guess. Okay, and the next one comes from Speed Champion VGC. Hey Ace, do you got a car? Yes, I do have a car. It's a 2008 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and it's the GT, so it's the fast one with the V6 in it. And really liking it so far. Alright, so the next question comes from Dark No Pro. Who is your favorite YouTubers? Mine is TBNR Frags and you. And first off, thanks a lot. It really means a lot to know that somebody enjoys my content that much, that I'm on that sort of level. As for my favorite YouTubers, I really enjoy Onslaught and XCal. Just because I really like watching live commentary type videos, especially when they do a series where you can see how they play on a consistent basis. And you don't just see their best games or anything like that, you see them play through all different kinds of situations and how they're able to adapt to those situations and still come out on top. Alright, and the next question comes from Dat Sniper Dude. Hey Ace, how do you control some guns' recoil so well? Like some guns look like a laser beam when you use it, but when I do, they kick so much. I may just be bad, but I want to know how to get better at controlling recoil. Thanks. Okay, so I actually specifically addressed this sort of question in my how to improve your accuracy or how to improve your aim video, whatever I titled it, I can't remember. And I'll leave an annotation right here on the screen, and you can go check that out if you'd like. And I specifically address this. It's not just the standard adjust your sensitivity. I actually talk about some actual tactics to improve your aim and how you can actually control the recoil of certain guns. Alright, and the next one, sorry about your name. I tried to pronounce it as best as I can, and I'm not going to try and pronounce it again because I obviously screwed it up. One more question from you though. Are you going to have an open lobby? I'm not too sure if I'm going to do an open lobby or not, but I definitely do want to play with you guys. So, like I said earlier, you can follow me on Twitter now, and every time I want to play with some subscribers, I'll just send out a tweet. And I'll try and do it a couple hours early, give you guys some notice, because I know I'm not a huge YouTuber, so it's not like I can just send out a tweet and have hundreds of people ready to play with me at any moment. But maybe I'll send out a tweet a couple hours in advance and just say, hey, I'll be gaming from this time till about this time, and send me a message if you want to play, and I'll invite you. And that's pretty much what I'll do for now. But open lobbies, I don't have any plans yet. Alright, so the next question we have from Demigod115. Where are you from? For example, I live in the USA, but my parents are from Ireland and Italy, meaning that I'm from Ireland and Italy. Okay, so basically, I'm actually like a 5th generation Canadian, I think. So we've been here for a long time, my family. But my dad's family is primarily from Scotland, I believe, and my mom's family is primarily from Ireland, and there's a little bit of Ukrainian in me too, I think. I don't know. But I'm mainly Irish and Scottish. So that's it for the questions so far. I'm really glad I was able to get through all of them with time to spare, actually. And like I said earlier, if you want another one of these videos, then be sure to leave a question in the comments below, and if I get at least 10, then I'll make another video answering all of those questions. I don't really have much else to talk about here, so I'll just fade to the end of the game. As you can see, it was almost a 250-0 shutout game of Hardpoint, and we weren't actually even trying to do that. And if we would have actually planned it, I'm sure we would have easily shut the enemy team out completely. And maybe in the future we can go for some team challenges together, because I think that would be a lot of fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.